All right. So you went through sleep school with Rhône. Could you walk me through, first of all, what made you learn, or how did you find out about sleep school?
So about a year ago, we went to our pediatrician and we expressed our concern that Roan was head banging like in his crib and he was injuring himself. I mean, he would wake up and we would watch him on the monitor, of course, but he would wake up with bruises on his forehead and we're like, this is just unsafe. What can we do? And he started us down the path of medication. Like first we started with melatonin and Benadryl and then went over to like actual prescriptions and like nothing helped. And they, got him set up on maybe he's low iron and we went down that whole road as well. And it just nothing, he wasn't getting better. So like I tried to get online at that point and read everything I could about headbangers, what people have done, what other parents have done. And it's really hard to find any information. I don't know if there's just a big stigma for parents, to express that their child is doing this. And they're embarrassed, but it was so hard for me to find. So I dug and dug and dug and tried to read everything that I could. And I stumbled across it on one of the articles that I was reading. And so I just clicked on it and it was a money back guarantee, it was guaranteed to work. So I'm like, honey, what do we have to lose? At this point, like we got to try something. This isn't working. We need to help our child. We want to be advocates for him. So that's how we found Batelle and the rest is history.
Yeah, we were cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
We went into it with lots of optimism, but with also the understanding that we knew we had a very, very difficult challenge ahead of us. And we expressed that to Miss Megan. And
because we tried, tons of other things,
Yeah.
all the methods, we tried every method out there, from the cry it out to the going in and checking, the 15 minutes to, my sister taking care of babies and their whole, system. And we tried it all.
nothing was working. And we were literally at our wits' end. We just didn't know what to do. We were frustrated and sad and just felt like failures as parents. And so this gave us hope. And Miss Megan was so confident when we talked to her, and she just exuded confidence. We've got this, you'll get this, you'll see. And the whole process, even though it seemed a little odd to us at first, just kind of how she walked us through what was going to happen, it was like, okay, well, that seems a little.
It's hard to see until you're in it, right?
Right.
Like to explain to someone the hug, for instance, is hard until you actually see it and you're like, oh, okay, and then, we had quite a struggle in sleep school. And
all of the other cohort, the families that were in our group, so to speak, they were all having so much success so early on, and we weren't. But we persevered, and Miss Megan kept us on track, and we just continued to. We sort of had to restart about after a week, but
we just had a slower pace, because we just had a more difficult challenge, and you guys were there for us 100%. Like even though we had to pretty much start over, they're like, no worries, as long as it takes you, we're here, which was awesome.
Didn't matter what time of day, what time of night, we always had support, and it was phenomenal. And then it clicked. Then it just we started to see little bits of progress, and we look at each other with just in awe. This is really happening. Our child is really sleeping, even 4 hours or 6 hours at a time. It was just mind blowing to us. And then the first night that he actually slept through the night, we just were.
It was like happy dance.
Yeah.
Amazing. And so how long after the sort of reset of the week, how long did it take you to get to that point?
Oh, that took about, I would say, what was really helpful was we had to change our verbiage. We had to kind of restructure the way that we communicated with Rhône, as when it came to sleep time. So, kind of more of instead of it being a stressful thing, like, okay, you have to go get in bed now, it was more, we tried to make a happy kind of experience, and not force it. So that, and like using, different verbiage as far as, you know, how we spoke to him, you know, like when we're getting ready to bed, almost make it more of a joyful, like, you know, thing. It just, and Miss Megan gave us so many good, you know, things to use, like as far as that goes. And she even got on and would talk to him, and he would listen to her.
He's still convinced she turns on the yellow light in the morning. Oh, Miss Megan turned on yellow light. So it's really,
and then
really
he
cool.
asked us, like, can Miss Megan turn off the yellow light? I'm like, well, let's ask her. Miss Megan, can you turn off?
Sweet.
Yeah, it's turned into, and it's funny, bedtime now for him, he runs into bed to get into his hug. He literally runs to bed when he hears the cues.
He hears the sound because we turn on green light. And so when he hears it, he's like, oh, it's green light. And then he
can't wait to go read books and get ready and just snuggle up. And
it's not always, you know, a dream where he gets in there and 5 minutes later he's asleep. But for the most part, he is. I mean, it's like, and we're not fighting anymore. No more head banging.
Amazing.
Yes, that's the biggest thing. And he just lays in there until he closes his eyes and he's out. Last
Amazing.
2 nights in a row, he slept all the way through.
Awesome.
We are totally thrilled. We've talked to our pediatrician about this, about Miss Megan and sleep school. And he said, I have to have this information. He goes, because pediatricians just don't have the resources either. They don't know it all, and they don't know how to deal with this. And so he was super excited to talk to his colleagues about this information.
He's going to keep it on his, so when parents come, I said, if you have any parent that comes in that has any type of sleep issue, or especially if you have a headbanger, please give them this information, because it's life-changing. You know, if we would have had this a year ago, it would have changed, you know, our life.
I would have a lot less gray.
I hear that so often when I speak to parents, like, I would have all my hair, I would not be gray.
Right. It's true. So he's going to keep it on his, he has a handout, and he's going to have all of her information on there and everything. So that's really cool. I need to talk to Miss Megan about that, actually.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you both so much. It's been really lovely. And bye, Reese. Bye. Bye, gorgeous. Bye. And I wish you all the best with Rhône. And if we can help as well, if I can help in any way, please reach out. Please do. And if you're stuck with us for the next couple of years anyway. So
thank gosh, we're grateful.
Reach out at any point.
Okay. Thanks, Gigi.
Thank you so much. Have a lovely rest of the day.
You too.
Bye.